Hey, Jacqueline. Hey, Jacqueline, I have a question. Did you get 2 emails?
Let me look. Nope, I only got one.
Okay, interesting. It was so weird. My friend Sarita, like I told her to look for my email I was gonna send out, and then at like 11:10, she was like, "Got the email," and I was like, "I haven't sent it out yet." So I was just like, and so I just went ahead and sent them out like usual. So I don't know what email she got, and I hope she got mine too. So we shall see.
Yeah, I've been sending my emails out a little bit earlier now.
Really? I was
Yeah,
sending them out. I was sending mine out at like 20 to 30 minutes before, and then they said send them out 12 minutes before. So I'm just like, ugh. So
yeah, no, I'm gonna do mine how it's working for me right now.
right.
which is like I send it out like if it's like my morning one, my 8:30 a.m. one, I like have a hard time going to sleep at night. So when I like roll out of bed in the morning, I don't want to do that shit. So I sign most of the people. I sign most of the people an email the night before, and then what I do is I go onto my Mind Body app, and you can actually click on people's individual emails. And what I do is if anyone signs up the morning before, I'll just forward them the email.
I've had some people sign in last minute. God, where is, oh, we got more. I thought it was just, like, is it just me and Jacqueline? Okay, we got, all right, it says almost everybody's here.
Okay.
Did I not do gallery view?
Hello.
Oh, here we go. Sorry, all I saw was Jacqueline. I'm like, it's just me and Jacqueline today. Still figuring out my Zoom. Hey guys. Okay, good. All right. I think we've got like one more joining us. We'll get started in a minute.
Val, you look so fancy. Look at you with all that makeup.
I woke up for Jacqueline's class, and I did a little bit of it, but I had to take it easy because or else I'll die. I'm about to die right now. So while I was taking it easy, the second half of the class, put some makeup on. But yeah, if y'all haven't taken Jacqueline's class, she's really amazing. Yeah, Sarita, you should check her out. She's really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, she's over there. She's got the camera on. She's doing better than I did in her class. So.
I'm gonna actually try to take this class. I'm gonna try.
It's so hard to demo everything and then take classes. Like at least I'm just lazy. It shows how strong my practice really has been.
Oh no, it's hard. It's hard for me to teach more than once in a day.
All right. Okay. All right, guys, let's get started. The playlist, if y'all want to follow along, I play my music up here really softly by me. Jacqueline, you had a good idea of putting headphones on and doing it. That's a good idea. But the playlist, if you want to jam out with us, it's on my Spotify, Val1613, and the playlist is called WTF 2020. Yeah. All right, we've got a Michael. Says he's coming, but I guess he can join in. Well, now we don't have to let people in, so that's good. All right, let's get started on our backs. And let me turn my sound off. All right, can y'all still hear me? Okay, good. All right. Let's get started on our backs in Supta Baddha Konasana. So bring the soles of the feet together. Knees out wide. Shut down your eyes. We'll just take a few moments of silence to get connected with our breath. Nice slow inhale in through your nose. And exhale, open your mouth. Slowly sigh it out. Inhale in through your nose. Fill up with air. Feel your belly rise. Feel your ribcage expands. When you get to the top of that breath, sip in even more air here. And then on your next exhale, open your mouth. Let something go that no longer serves you. And just take a few more deep breaths here. Maybe set an intention for your practice, for your week. No, I think my intention is going to be, I usually pick a word, but I think my intention this week is going to be actually start meditating, start my meditation practice back up. A month into quarantine, it's taken me long enough. Yoga teachers are humans too, so maybe if that resonates you can sit down and start your meditation practice up again, or hopefully you already have one going for you. Hopefully you're doing better than me. If you want to tap into your Ujjayi breathing, inhale in through your nose. And then this time on your exhale, seal your lips, constrict the back of the throat slightly, and exhale out through your nose. Inhale in through your nose. And Ujjayi out through your nose. One more deep breath here. Exhale. So if you want to listen along to the playlist, you can go ahead and start that up at this time. Get a little bit of jams going. And over the course of the next few breaths, start to reach your arms up over your head, take your legs out nice and long. Get that nice full body stretch in. Exhale, hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little bit of a squeeze. And then begin to rock from side to side. And then we're coming straight into happy baby pose. Bend your knees, flex your feet. Grab for the outside blade edges of your feet. Use the grip to pull your knees in closer towards your armpits. Just start with that nice little happy baby. If you can't grab for the blade edges of your feet, grab for your ankles. Or you take peace fingers around the big toes. And then slowly release your feet down to the mat about hips width distance apart. Cross your right ankle over the left knee. Interlace your hands behind that left thigh. If you're ready to intensify this already, then you can interlace hands in front of that left shin instead. And then slowly release the grip. Take your hands out to a T, palms facing down, keeping those figure four legs. Let them fall over towards the left side. So if this is too intense on the hips, you can release the figure four legs. Keep that right shoulder tacked into the mat. Set the gaze over the right fingertips. Deep breaths here. Come back to center. Let's fire up that core. Keep your right hand where it is. Left hand comes behind your head. We're not going to pull in the neck here. On the next exhale, left elbow, right knee. Inhale, take it down. Exhale, crunch it up. Inhale, take it down. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Slowly release. Switch sides. Right foot comes down. Cross that left ankle over the right knee. Interlace your hands behind that right thigh. Use that grip to pull your right thigh in closer towards the body. Maybe even interlace the hands in front of that right shin. Slowly release the grip. Take that right foot down to the mat. Arms come out to that T. Then let the legs fall over to the right side. Keeping that left shoulder plugged into the mat, gaze instead over the left fingertips. Again, if this is too intense, release the figure four legs. Then slowly come back to center. Take that right hand behind your head, trying not to pull on the neck. We're gonna take that right elbow to left knee, twisting from the core. Inhale, take it down. Exhale, crunch it up. Inhale, back down. for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. Send your legs up towards the sky. We're gonna target that low core here. One of my favorite exercises. Hands come down beside your hips. Now we're not swinging the legs, so you can watch me here. So if we're doing this, then that's no, we're not doing that. We're barely moving the legs. So on the next inhale, on the next exhale, lift the hips up a tiny bit. Feet should barely move. Inhale, take it down. Exhale, lift the hips. Inhale, take it down. Curl the tailbone for 8. Take it back down. Tiny movements for 7. 6. 5. Legs should barely be moving. 4. 3. 2. And last one. Woo, hug your knees into your chest. If you're doing that correctly, it should really burn. Unless, I don't know, Sarita does 7-minute plank, so she might not be feeling anything. Hug behind your knees, start to rock and roll, back and forth, massaging out your spine. And then cross your ankles, roll over onto your hands and knees. We're gonna come in, take a few rounds of cat-cows. Inhale, drop your belly, arch your back, look up for cow pose. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, drop your belly, arch your back, look up, cow. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the tailbone for cat. If you wanna fire up those cat cows, we are in power. You can tuck the toes and hover the knees 2 inches off of the mat. So yogi's choice here, just how you're feeling, how much fire do you wanna add to your practice this morning. Take about 3 more rounds of cat cow, adding any organic movement in, maybe some body rolls, neck rolls, wrist stretches, whatever feels good. And then come back to that neutral tabletop position on your mat. Inhale, extend that left arm up towards the sky. Exhale, thread the needle left side, left cheek comes to the mat, left palm faces up. Maybe you stay here, maybe that right arm reaches for that left hip crease. If you want to fire it up even more, walk that right foot back behind you to a kickstand, and then see if you can turn that right glute on and start to lift the leg. If a bind is in your practice, you can bend that right leg, reach back with the right hand for that ankle, maybe kick into the hands. Now be mindful of how your neck feels here. Back off if you're putting any pressure on the neck. Slowly make your way out of the pose. Ground down through that right palm, left arm reaches up towards the sky. Exhale, release that left hand down to the mat. Inhale, right arm reaches. Exhale, thread the needle right side, right cheek to the mat. Again, maybe you stay here. Maybe the left arm reaches up. Half bind happens. If you want to challenge the balance, watch that left foot back behind you. Maybe lift that left leg up off the mat. If the bind feels good, then that left leg, reach back with the left hand. Slowly start to come out of the pose. Press that left hand into the mat, right arm reaches up. Exhale, release that right hand to the mat. We're gonna step it back into a high plank. So take your toes towards the back of the mat. Hold here in that high plank. And then shift the weight into the ball of that left foot. Lift that right heel, pulse that right heel for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides. Take that right foot down. Lift the left heel. Pulse the left heel for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it back down. Use your toes, propel yourself forward. Lower down halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, pull your chest through for that upward facing dog. Exhale, send your hips up and back, coming into your downward facing dog. First down dog of the practice. Take about 3 to 5 rounds of breath here. Maybe pedaling out the feet, swaying the hips, taking any movements that feel good. You find this to be a resting pose, then you can take that, or you can move into child's pose if you need a break. I suggest child's pose. Step or float the feet to meet the hands at the front of the mat, coming into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, nice flat spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, open up towards the right, right arm back, left arm reaches forward, so we're going for that twist. Inhale, arms come back up. Exhale, twist towards the left. Inhale, bring your arms back up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step back into high plank. And then we're gonna drop down to a forearm plank. Take that right arm to the mat and then the left. Option to stay here or rock back and forth for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it back up to high plank, right arm and then the left. Move through your vinyasa, lower down halfway. Inhale for upward facing dog. Exhale, coming back into our downward facing dog. Full deep breath in. Exhale, open the mouth, let it go. Step or float your feet to meet your hands at the front of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, open up towards the right. Right arm reaches back, left arm reaches forward. Inhale, arms come back up. Exhale, open up towards the left. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step back into high plank. We're gonna come down to that forearm plank, right arm and then the left. Then we're gonna take a forearm side plank, shift the weight into the left forearm, stack the right hip on top of the left, right fingertips reaching up towards the sky. You can either stay here or drop the hips down and up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to that forearm plank. Other side, right arm down, left arm reaches up, or you can bring it to that hip. Option to stay here or drop the hips down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to that forearm plank. Take it up to high plank, right arm, and then the left. Move through your vinyasa, lower down halfway. Inhale for upward facing. Exhale, take it into that downward facing dog. Last on A, step or float your feet to meet your hands at the front of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, open up towards the right. Inhale, reach your arms back up. Exhale, open up towards the left. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step back into your high plank. Right knee, right elbow, tap it and hold. Take the right knee over to the left. Take it back to the right. Shoot it back to high plank. Left knee, right elbow, tap it and hold. Take it over to the left. Take it back to the right. Shoot it back to high plank. Move through your flow. Lower down halfway. Inhale for upward facing dog. Exhale, hips up and back, coming into that downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths here. Begin to step or float your feet to meet your hands at the front of the mat, making your way into that forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, Utkatasana, send the hips back. So we're gonna take a few deep breaths here. Our big toes are touch, heels slightly apart. Tailbone is tucked slightly, chest is lifted. Shoulders are soft. Pinky fingers spin in towards each other. On your next exhale, release your hands to heart center. Bring your left elbow to the outside of the right knee, coming into a chair twist. So keep those knees glued together. Inhale, slowly fill up with air. Exhale, twist open a little more. If you want to move into that side crow, you have that option. Nice, guys. Yes, Sarita, beautiful. If you're in that side crow, slowly start to make your way back into a chair twist. One of my favorite moves, staying in that chair twist, shift the weight into the right foot. Slowly start to hover those left toes up off the mat, and then step that left foot to the back of the mat. So we're coming into that crescent twist. So it's a tough move. If you didn't make it there that gracefully, that's totally fine. You can always drop that left knee to the mat too if you want to modify. So yeah, if you need to get into crescent first and then the twist, you can. You have the option to open up the wings, take the left arm down, right arm up, or maybe even take that bind. Nice, guys. One more deep breath here. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. We're coming into a high crescent lunge. Square those hips off, keep a little bit of a bend in that left knee, tuck the tailbone here. One more deep breath. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. And then heel toe your right foot to the outside of that right hand. We're making our way into a lizard lunge. So again, any variation, maybe you take lazy lizard. If you want the option of moving into flying lizard, I told Catherine we'd work on some arm balances today. So you can take that option. If you're moving into flying lizard, I'll show you a few different ways to break down flying lizard today. You're gonna take that right hand underneath that right leg and then start to get that right knee pit over the right shoulder as much as possible. You're gonna bend the elbows back towards you like you're making a shelf, extend that right leg, maybe the left leg lifts. So you can move into flying lizard from there. Totally don't have to. I think it's easier from a three-legged dog, so we'll do that option as well later on. Take one more deep breath wherever you're at. And then step back into high plank, move through your vinyasa, lower down halfway. Inhale for upward facing dog. Exhale, hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Full inhale in through your nose. Exhale, let it go. Step or float your feet to meet your hands at the front of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, Utkatasana. Second round, Utkatasana. This time, if you want something a little different, come up onto the balls of your feet, lift your heels. See if you can challenge the balance here. Take a few more deep breaths here. You come up onto the balls of the feet, release the heels to the mat. Hands come to your heart center. Right elbow comes to the outside of the left knee, moving into that chair twist. Inhale, slowly fill up with air. Exhale, press into the hands, gently twist. A few more deep breaths, maybe you take that side crow. Then slowly begin to shift the weight into that left foot, hovering the right toes up off of the mat. Then slowly, slowly, slowly step that right foot to the back of the mat, coming into that crescent twist. Again, if it didn't happen that gracefully, that's totally fine. Not me either. My first 5 to 10 times I did it. You want to open up the wings, you can, and bring that right hand to the blade edge of that left foot. Maybe work towards a half line or a full line. On your next inhale, use your core, sweep your arms up towards the sky. We're coming into high crescent lunge. Left knee stacked right over that left ankle. We're up on the ball of our right foot. One more deep breath, maybe you sink a little lower. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Heel toe that left foot to the outside of the left hand. We're coming into that lizard lunge. Again, you can always drop that right knee to the mat. If you want to move into that flying lizard, you can take that option. You're going to swing that left hand underneath the left leg and see if you can, we're trying to put that left leg over our left shoulder. Bend the elbows back towards you, making a shell, and then extend that right leg. Left leg, right leg, maybe lifts. Woo. So I think it's kind of hard to move into it this way, but some people like it a little better. So later on in class, I'll show you the other way. I like it coming into that three-legged dog. Take a few more deep breaths here. Or you can keep playing if you want to keep playing. Nice, guys. Then we're going to step that right foot forward. Heel hinge, toes out, Malasana Yogi squat. So hands come to your heart center here. Tailbones projecting down towards the earth. Crown of the head reaching up towards the sky. We've got about 5 deep breaths to play around. If you want to take Malasana twist, you can take them on both sides. Otherwise, you can move into crow pose. If crow pose is in your practice, just go straight in. If you want a little bit of a breakdown, all 10 fingers face the front of the room. Bend the elbows back towards you like you're going to chaturanga. Then plug your knees into your armpits. Gaze and step forward. Maybe one toe lifts, maybe the other. We're going to take as many breaths as you can in crow pose. I'm going to come back into Malasana. Whenever you're ready, step back into high plank. Move through your vinyasa. Lower down halfway, chaturanga. Inhale for upward facing dog. Exhale, send your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Slowly bring your right heel towards the sky. Three-legged dog. Bend your knees, stack your hips, scorpion tail. Right heel comes to left glute. And then begin to draw circles with that right knee. Take it in one direction, then take it in the other. Option to stay here or flip dog. Slowly taking your right foot down, hips up, reaching that right hand towards the front of the room. Slowly with that same control, take your right hand down, shoot your right leg back up towards the sky. Now if you want to watch me first, you can. This is a flying lizard or ecopata coming in a different way. So you go right knee, right elbow, tap and hold. If that feels good, bend the elbows back towards you, making a shell. Extend the right leg, left leg lifts. So you can try it that way. Maybe take a breath or two to play around. Exhale, or inhale when you're done, right heel to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring it in knee to nose. Inhale, shoot your right leg back up. Right knee, left elbow, tap it and hold. Then shoot your right leg out towards the left side. Left arm reaches up, coming into that wild thing. Exhale, release that left hand to the mat. You can take that crossbody push-up if you want to. Then shoot your right leg back up towards the sky. Move forward into that high plank. Maybe you keep the right leg hovered. Move through your vinyasa. Lower down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Woo, one more side, guys. Inhale, left leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Bend your knees, stack your hips, scorpion tail. Begin to draw circles with that left knee. Take it in one direction, then take it in the other. Option to stay here or move into that flip dog, taking your left foot down, hips up, left hand reaching towards the front of the room. Exhale, slowly release that left left hand to the mat. Shoot that left leg back up towards the sky, three-legged dog. This time, maybe you move into that arm balance, left knee, left elbow, tap it and hold. That feels good. Bend the elbows back towards you, making the shell. Extend that left leg, right leg lifts. Inhale, left leg back up towards the sky. Exhale, bring it in knee to nose. Inhale, shoot your left leg back up. Left knee, right elbow, tap it and hold. Shoot your left leg out towards the right side. Right arm reaches up. Wild thing left side. Beautiful variations, guys. One more deep breath here. Exhale, release that right hand to the mat. Maybe take that crossbody push-up. Shoot your left leg back up towards the sky. Exhale, move forward into your high plank. Maybe with the left leg covered, move through your vinyasa. Lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips go up and back for that downward facing dog. All right, child's pose, everyone. Drop down to your knees, big toes to touch, knees out wide. Send your hips back towards your heels. Bring your forehead to the mat. All right, we're doing good. On timing. Grab water towel off. We're at that halfway point. We still haven't hit our flow yet, so I'm excited. I got an exciting flow plan for you guys. We're starting in eagle, ending in Navasana, so that's how that's gonna go. So grab some water now if you need it. Okay, take about 2 to 3 more deep breaths, wherever you guys are at. I need all the water. All right, guys. Let's slowly, as you're ready, start to make your way back into your downward facing dog. And then when you're ready, set your gaze towards the front of the mat. Step or float your feet to meet your hands at the front of the mat, coming into that forward fold. Inhale, halfway lifts. Exhale, folds. Inhale, rise up, reach up. So we're coming into eagle pose left side. So we want to take that left arm under, right arm over, palms touch, or grab opposite shoulders. Oh, I drank too much water now that I'm trying to yoga. Bend the knees a lot, shift the weight into the right foot, left leg comes up and over. So we're gonna squeeze those thighs together here, pull up through the elbows. Really keep those hips squared off. Give me 2 more deep breaths here. And then we're slowly gonna unravel the legs. We're coming into warrior 3, keeping those eagle arms. Making a capital letter T with our body. Crown of the head reaches towards the front of the room. We're kicking that left heel towards the back of the room. Moving into half moon, release that right hand to the mat. Left arm reaches up. So we're stacking that right hip up, right shoulder on top of the right wrist, then stack that left hip on top of the right. Dorsey flexing through the left toes, left fingertips reaching up towards the sky. So you can grab a block here if you need to. If you have sugar cane or want to hover the right fingertips off the mat, you can take that option as well. Slowly start to bend into that right leg a lot. Step that left foot towards the back of the mat. So we're coming into our warrior 2. Right heel intersects that midsection of the left foot. Really soften through those shoulders here. Set your drishti over the right middle finger. Maybe on the exhale, sink a little deeper into that right leg. Inhale, come to standing, palms touch overhead. Exhale, Skandasana towards the back of the mat. So we're bending deeply into that left leg. If you need to modify, then it's just a slight bend in that left leg, sitting the hips back. If you have the bind in your practice, reach back behind that left leg and take the bind. And then slowly release the vine if you've taken the vine. Start to crawl your hands towards the front of the mat. Towards the back of the mat. So now we're at the back of the mat. So we're bending into that left leg. Inhale, start to sweep your arms up towards the sky, coming into that high crescent lunge, left side. Gonna stay here for a few deep breaths. And then on that next exhale, open up crescent twist, left arm back, right arm reaches forward. You have the option to stay here or move into revolve reverse, taking that left arm back, right arm reaches up and then back. Revolve half moon. If you have a block, grab that block, move it to the back of your mat. We're gonna be moving from the front and the back of the mat today. Right arm down, left arm reaches up. Keep a micro bend in that left knee, sending that right heel up. Keep those hips squared up. Exhale, slowly release that left hand to the mat. Right heel reaches up towards the sky for standing splits. Maybe you take a handstand hop here, or you can reach back, challenge the balance in your standing splits. Exhale, start to bend into that left leg a lot. Step that right foot to the back of the mat. So we're coming into an easy twist. Once we get there, right arm down, left arm reaches up, opening up towards the left side. Moving into that side plank, shift the weight into the right hand, stack the left hip on top of the right. Option to stay here, you can pulse that left heel up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, drop your hips to the mat. Turn to face the front of the room. So we're in a pike position, legs extended out in front of us. You can either take reverse plank or reverse tabletop. Reverse tabletop is with legs bent. So pick your poison, go there, 3 deep breaths. If you're coming to reverse plank, point the toes, lift the hips, gaze is set up towards the ceiling. Exhale, release the hips down to the mat. Coming into Navasana, bow pose, bend the knees or keep the legs straight. Yogi's choice here. Inhale, lower down, low boat. Exhale for high. Inhale for low. Exhale for high. For 3, 2, and last one. Exhale, cross the ankles, roll over onto the hands and knees. Step back into high plank, move through your vinyasa. Lower down halfway, chaturanga. Inhale for upward facing dog. Exhale, hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Full deep breath in. Full deep breath out. Step or float your feet to meet your hands at the front of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, we're gonna set up for eagle pose on the right side. Right arm under, left arm over, palms touch. Or grab those opposite shoulders here. Bend the knees, shift the weight into the left foot. Right leg comes up and over. Squeeze your thighs together here, pull up through those elbows. Find something that's not moving to focus on. That's gonna be your drishti. Focus on that. Slowly begin to unravel the legs, coming into that warrior 3. At any point, eagle arms aren't stirring you, you can move into a different arm variation. Keep the hips squared off. Chest is lifted. Grounding down through that left big toe mound. Opening up for half moon, left arm down, right arm reaches up. So grab a block if you have it. Left shoulder stacks on top of that left wrist. Flexing through that right foot, right fingertips reaching up towards the sky. Slowly start to bend into that left leg a lot. Then step that right foot to the back of the mat. We're moving into our warrior two. Glue the blade edge of that right foot to the mat so that the inner arch lifts. Gaze is set over the left fingertips. Shoulders are nice and soft. And on each exhale, maybe you sink just a little deeper into that left leg. Inhale, come to standing, palms touch overhead. Exhale, Skandasana towards the back of the mat. So we're bending into that left leg. Maybe you take that bind, not left leg, we're bending into the right leg. Sorry guys, we're bending into the right leg. Maybe you take that bind. If you need to come up onto the toe here, you can. And then again, maybe it's just a slight bend, sending the hips back. So pick your poison on this one, go there. Bind it up if you want to bind. Slowly crawl your hands to the back of the mat. Coming into that low lunge, bending into your right leg. Inhale, sweep your arms up, coming into your high crescent lunge. Open up crescent twist, right arm back, left arm reaches forward. Maybe you stay here, maybe you take that revolve reverse, right arm back, left arm reaches up and back. Exhale, moving into revolve tap moon. Left arm down, right arm reaches up. Right palm facing towards the right side of the room. Flexing through that left foot. Exhale, bring that right hand to the mat. Left heel reaches up, standing splits. Again, we'll be here for 5 deep breaths. If you want to practice those handstand hops, you can. Slowly bend into that right leg. Step that left foot to the back of the mat. So we're coming into that low lunge. Once we get here, left arm down, right arm reaches up, taking that easy twist. Pulling your belly in and up, twisting through the torso. Coming into our side plank, shift that weight into the left hand, stack the right hip on top of the left. Right fingertips are reaching up towards the sky. Option to stay here or pulse that right heel up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release your hips to the mat. Turn to facing the front of the mat. Setting up for reverse plank or reverse tabletop. Yogi's choice here. Fingertips are facing towards you. On the next inhale, press down through the hands, lift the hips, look up. Take 3 deep breaths. Exhale, take those hips down to the mat. Start to move into Navasana boat pose. This time, keep the knees bent. Draw your knees together, hands come to heart center. We're gonna twist from right to left for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it back to center. Exhale, cross your ankles, roll over onto your hands and knees. Step back into high plank, move through your flow. Lower down halfway, chaturanga. Inhale for upward facing dog. Exhale, hips up and back, coming into your downward facing dog. We're gonna move through that flow one more time each side, maybe mixing it up a little bit. We shall see. Step or float your feet to meet your hands at the front of the mat. Coming into that forward fold. Inhale, halfway lifts. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Setting up for eagle, left side, left arm under, right arm over. Bend the knees, shift the weight into the right foot. Left leg comes up and over. This time you have the option to stay in eagle or crunch elbows to knees for 3, Take it down for 2. And last one. Slowly unravel the legs. Kick that left heel back behind you. Moving into that warrior 3. Half moon, right arm down, left arm reaches up. Slowly begin to bend into that right leg a lot. Step that left foot to the back of the mat. Coming into our warrior 2 for right side. Inhale, come to standing palm stitch overhead. Exhale, Skandasana towards the back of the mat. You have the option to stay here, or this time you can challenge yourself and move from side to side for 3, 2, and last one. Slowly crawl your hands towards the front of the mat, coming into that low lunge, bending into that left leg. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, open up, crescent twist. Option to stay or revolve, reverse. Revolve, tap moon, bring that right hand down. Left arm reaches up. Coming into standing splits, left heel, or left hand down, right heel up. Maybe this time you take some curtsy dips. Exhale, bend that left leg, tap the right toes down. Inhale, shoot it up. Exhale, tap it down. Inhale, straight back up. For 3, 2, and last one. Step that right foot to the back of the mat, coming into that easy twist. Right arm down, left arm reaches up. Moving into side plank, shift the weight into that right hand, stack the left hip on top of the right. Left fingertips are reaching up towards the sky. Exhale, drop the hips to the mat, turn to face up front of the room. Reverse plank or tabletop, pick your poison. Lift the hips. 3 deep breaths once you get there. Exhale, drop those hips down to the mat. Come back into that boat pose, balancing on the sits bones. Lower down to that low boat on the inhale. Exhale, take it up. Inhale, take it down. Exhale, take it up. For 3, 2, and last one. Cross your ankles, roll over onto your hands and knees. Step back into high plank. Make your way through your vinyasa. Lower down halfway. Inhale for upward facing dog. Exhale for downward facing dog. Last side, guys, you got this. Step or float your feet to meet your hands at the front of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Eagle right side, right arm under, left arm over, palms touch. Bend the knees, shift the weight into the left foot. Right leg comes up and over. Squeeze your thighs together, pull up through those elbows. Option to stay or eagle crunches. Exhale, crunch it down. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, crunch it down. Inhale, take it up. Last one. Inhale, come back up. Unravel those legs, kick that right heel back behind you, warrior 3. Opening up for half moon, left arm down, right arm reaches up. Slowly start to bend into that left leg a lot. Step your right foot to the back of the mat, making your way into your warrior 2. Inhale, come to standing palm stretch overhead. Exhale, Skandasana, bend into that right leg back of the mat. Option to stay here, or you can move from side to side for 3, 2, and last one. Crawl your hands towards the front of the mat, bending into that right leg. You're up on the ball of that left foot. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, open up. Crescent twist, right arm back, left arm reaches forward. Option to stay or revolve reverse. Revolve, half moon. Take your left arm down, right arm reaches up. Standing splits, release that right hand to the mat, left heel reaches up. Option to stay here or stand, or what's it called? Curtsy dips. Exhale, bend that right leg, tap it down. Inhale, shoot it up. Exhale, tap it down. Inhale, shoot it up. For 3, 2, and last one. Slowly start to bend into that right leg a lot. Step that left foot to the back of the mat. Coming into our easy twist. Left arm down, right arm reaches up. Side plank. Stack the right hip on top of the left. Right fingertips are reaching up towards the sky. Exhale, drop the hips to the mat. Turn to face the front of the room. Last reverse plank or tabletop. So pick which one you want to go into. Take 3 deep breaths when you get here. Keep lifting those hips up. Exhale, release your hips down to the mat. Start to windshield wiper the legs from side to side. We're slowly going to lower down to our back, vertebrae by vertebrae. We're gonna set up for 2 rounds of back bends. I'm gonna cue bridge and wheel. However, you can take whatever serves you. 2 wheels, 2 bridges, a bridge and a wheel, any other back bend you like, but I'm gonna cue bridge and wheel. For bridge pose, hands are beside your hips. Start to walk your feet in so much so that your fingertips graze your heel. And then on the next inhale, press down through the soles of the feet to lift the hips up, coming into your bridge pose. So if you want to bind your hands behind your back, if that feels good, you can. Slowly drop your hips down to the mat. We've got 1 more round, so you can either take that bridge pose again, or if you want to move into wheel pose, you can. Also have supported bridge with a block if you have a block. So if we're moving into wheel pose, reach your arms up over your head, bend the elbows so they face up towards the sky, fingertips face back towards you. If you're going into bridge, go ahead and lift the hips, come into bridge. If you're coming into wheel, press down through the hands and the feet, lift the hips up. Try to keep your feet about hips width distance apart, all 10 toes face forward. 3 more deep breaths here. Slowly release everything down to the mat. Walk your feet so they come to the outside edge of your mat, and then let your knees knock in towards each other. Just let the hands fall beside you. 3 deep breaths. And slowly bring your knees back up. And however you want to, make your way to a seated position. You can either just make your way up. If you want to rock and roll up, you can. And we're going to meet in Baddha Konasana pose. So we're meeting with soles of the feet together, knees out wide. Ground down through the sits bones, sit up nice and tall. And then slowly start to lead with the chest. Nice flat spine. Hinge at the waist. And then when you can't keep the spine flat anymore, slowly let the head hang and round. Breathe deep in our Baddha Konasana pose. Slowly begin to make your way up. Keeping the right leg where it is. You're gonna swing that left leg back behind you. Set that right knee up right behind that right wrist. Left leg's out nice and long behind you. So we want the shoelace part of that left foot coming to the mat. Get the weight nice and centered here. Inhale, lift through the chest. Exhale, walk your hands out in front of you. Forearms come down to the mat. And bring your forehead down to the mat or to a block. And then we'll settle into our half pigeon pose. We'll be here for about a minute. If you have any other hip opener you'd rather do, or any other variations of pigeon, if you want to move into mermaid or king pigeon, feel free to. So my mantra for every week, if you're new to my class, every week I do a mantra of the week. And this week mine's a little bit weird. It's just me kind of sharing what I've been thinking about quarantine. And I made a post about it on my Instagram last night, and everyone seems to agree. So I'm not alone. So everybody's like, yes, I agree with this. So I was basically thinking the other day on my walk that if quarantine were a yoga class, that we are in the pigeon pose of quarantine. So that hip opener part where for a lot of us, it's pretty uncomfortable. And now we're just, the adrenaline's worn off. Not that it was an exciting adrenaline at the beginning, but I feel like we've all kind of settled into that phase where the memes aren't as funny anymore. We're starting to get a little bored. Less people are tuning into the yoga. So we're having to sit with those emotions. Take one more deep breath here. And the thing is we don't know how long we're going to be here. In a yoga class, we know. I'm like, 1 minute. One more breath. Start to make your way back out. So swing that left leg around. We're going to come back through Baddha Konasana. Soles of feet together, knees out wide. Or you can take any movement you want to reset. I'm going to cue us through Baddha Konasana. Start to swing that right leg back behind you. Coming into pigeon pose, left side. Left knee right behind that left wrist. Sit up nice and tall. Flex the left toes. Walk your hands out in front of you. Coming into that pigeon pose for 1 minute. So it's funny, one of my friends was like, what if I like pigeon pose? And I was like, well, oh, is that Aria? Aria's joining us. Oh my God, I love it. Sarita and the kitties. Aria came to join some yoga. She's like, what if I like pigeon pose? And I was like, that's okay. I feel like some people are liking this time. It brings up some, even though it's different and it's been an adjustment, I've been liking the solitude. I know I talked to Jacqueline, us introverts, there's people with the introverted side, it's not so bad in some aspects. So there's a positive and negative to everything. Why do yoga teachers make you do pigeon those hip openers? Because there's benefit to it. So just think about it that way too. There is benefit to this time of reflection. Getting into those emotions. Know if emotions come up, it's okay to feel those emotions. We're all by ourselves, so nobody's going to judge us. Let those emotions flow, let them go, release them. One more deep breath here. Slowly make your way out of the pose. Hip circles, my Shavasana song's coming on already, so it's like that. Let's get down to that Shavasana. So we're gonna make our way down to a seated position. Start to lower down onto your back. Then let's just meet in our happy baby, just like we did at the beginning of class. Hopefully you feel a little warmer, you feel a little more open. Rock from side to side. If it feels good, maybe you can straighten one leg or the other. Maybe you feel open enough to straighten both. Come into that straddle. Bring your knees into your chest. Arms come out to a T. And then let the knees fall over to the left side. Supine twist. Gaze is set over the right fingertips. Bring your knees back to center. Let them fall over to the right side. Gaze is set towards the left. Bring those knees back to center. Go ahead and hug both of your knees into your chest. Lift the shoulders. Give yourself one final squeeze. Exhale, release everything to the mat. Let your feet flop to the outside edge of the mat. Open the palms of your hands up to the sky. And settle into your final resting pose. Shavasana. Slowly begin to bring movement back into your body. Start to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. And when you're ready, reach your arms up overhead. Give yourself that nice full body stretch. Exhale, hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Slowly start to make your way over to the right side of your body. And take a couple deep breaths in the fetal position. And then slowly begin to make your way up to a comfortable seated position on your mat. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky, gathering up all the good energy that we created here today. And on your next exhale, take your hands to heart center. The light in me honors and sees the light in each and every one of you. Thank you guys so much for showing up and allowing me to guide you through this practice. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Namaste. Thanks, guys. Happy Wednesday. All right. Let me unmute. How y'all feeling?
Good.
Great, thank you.
Good, good.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. So, I'm missing the heat.
I have the heat on in my apartment right now.
Oh, oh my God, Jacqueline, you're on a new level. Me, when left to my own devices, I have it down to like 72. And I'm like, oh, this is hot. I'm sweating. But yeah, I was thinking about that. It's, remember when we did our Costa Rica training? We weren't in the heat.
Yeah.
And I remember when I came back, the first class I taught felt so good. Like, I like the practice of both, like non-heated and heated, but it's been a month and I'm craving that heat right now just to like get into the muscles. So
Yeah.
I've been using my space heater occasionally.
Oh yeah, I can see.
Yeah.
I was like, what's Catherine doing? You love the heat.
I mean, usually I do, but when it's chillier, like the couple of weeks ago when it was chilly, I definitely had the space heater on.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've been slacking, guys. Y'all are like, oh, I'm bringing the heat, and I'm like, I got it down to 72. My sleeping. I'm gonna die when I have to teach a class of like 50 people when we go back. So, all right, guys, thanks so much for coming. This is every Wednesday. Jacqueline teaches the 10 a.m. before me every Wednesday. 5:30 flow on Tuesdays. Another power 1 p.m. on Saturdays. So if you want to join for that, and then 6 p.m. IG live on Friday. So my schedule, guys. That one's gonna be more chill. So I don't know. On Fridays, I'm just like on Fridays and on IG, I'm like, all right, it's gonna be more chill. Which chill for me is still intermediate. So it's not. So all right, thanks, guys. Have a good rest of your day.
Bye. You too.
Bye.